Hello, guys, and welcome to Fox to Fox Report. If you haven't done so already, please drop a like and subscribe because here I'm talking all about the Europa Conference League. And Leicester City have drawn up against Randers FC in the knockout round playoffs. So we're all probably trying to figure out who is Randers FC? What is Randers FC? Well, this team comes from Denmark, playing in the Super League, top tier Danish football, but not necessarily are they a team that are considered favorites of winning the league. As a matter of fact, in recent years, they finished bottom half of the table, and only this time was their first season back in European competition in 6 years. So the last time they played in a European competition was back in 2015, 2016 in the Europa League playoffs, the same season where Leicester City were crowned champions of the Premier League. So with that in mind, they also never competed in the group stage of European competition. So this time around is their first time ever playing in a group stage in the Conference League. So that goes to show you what kind of teams compete in the Conference League, teams that don't go past the playoffs in the Europa League. And just really, you can just based off that, they're not necessarily that good. And just going about to how their group stage went in the Conference League, they played in Group D, and the only, you could say, hard team, or at least mostly known team, was AZ Alkmaar, a Dutch side that was just too good for Randers FC. They played the last match in the group stage where Randers only had 3 shots, none on target, while Alkmaar had like 19, 20 shots, however, like nine on target. And the possession was like 80 something to 20 something. So if Randers can't even compete with AZ Alkmaar, what makes you think they're going to compete with us? Now, that pretty much just goes to say that we need to approach this team very smart. And what I mean smart, I mean like reserve and put the right players, because this game's gonna come around February, and around that time is really close to already more than halfway into the season, where every single point is valuable. And right now, we're not in a position where we could be using or putting our first team starters in a competition like this. We need our starters for the Premier League. We're trying to get more points, and with that, we'll need more rest. So these matches will be played, or at least these 2 matches against Randers FC will be played on the weekday. And if we use our first team starters, that's just going to exert them even more. And when we come to the Premier League on the weekends, you don't know, they might be tired or an injury might happen. So just approaching this knockout round playoff, you have to pretty much just use your subs, use the academy players, give them more of first team football experience, and just save the starters for the Premier League. And once, if we get further beyond in the phases of the Conference League, then we can start talking about putting starters in. But at the moment, it looks to be that we're not necessarily that interested in the Conference League. And you can just see off the Leicester City Instagram page, they didn't post anything about it. They're just mostly talking about the game against Newcastle. Nothing do you hear about the Conference League or Randers FC. So that really pretty much proves it how we necessarily do not care about this Conference League at the moment. So it looks as though that they're not going to take this phase really seriously, and we're just going to wait until that day comes. We play them, and we're expected to beat them by, I don't know how much, maybe 4, 5, 6 goals, because they're not a team that is anywhere near teams that we played before. No, this match is almost like equivalent to a first or second round FA Cup match. But other than that, from Randers FC, from their experience this season in European competition, they actually started in the Europa League playoffs, going up against Galatasaray, and they lost away, tied home, but on aggregate were eliminated with 3-2. So They come to the Conference League and they finish second with 4 straight ties, 1 win, and then the last match was the loss against the Dutch side, AZ Alkmaar. And you really, yeah, there's nothing much I can analyze from this team other than the fact that they are a team that hasn't really won anything, not even be top 4 of the league. They've mostly, like I said, been bottom half of the table. It's not a team that we necessarily should be really focusing on. It's just pretty much just let's wait until that day comes. When the day comes, we play them. Win for us, highly expected win, and then we end the day. But other than that, it's just also with us taking this league and seeing how we've come upon making an appearance here and what could have been in the Europa League is just very aggravating because Napoli drew with Barcelona, and many circumstances in that match against Napoli where we could have come in second if Madison were to score that goal that was given to him, or if that penalty was taken and scored on by Legia Warsaw. Like, there were so many chances of having to draw with FC Barcelona, and just like with the media right now, focusing on Barcelona because they're coming to the Europa League for the first time in, I think 20 years. And just all the attention is on them. So it would have been a great feeling if we were to draw against Barcelona while the media was on us as well. And just, the attention would help boost our ratings. And definitely people will be more interested in how we play, analyzing our matches in the Premier League, going up against the match in the Europa League knockout round. But it's that, what could have been moment. But we can't we can't stress it enough. We had our chances. We had a chance with the Legia Warsaw and Spartak Moscow game. It just wasn't meant to be. But anyways, that's all I have about Randers FC in the Conference League. Let's see, what we do. As I said before, I expect us to use our subs and academy players and not really take this knockout round playoff seriously. So, let's see what happens. I'll see you next time for the pre-match review that will be Leicester City versus Tottenham. See ya.